Good morning, children. Now, our next topic is redox reaction. Children, because of this pandemic, I am going to teach you online with these videos. Try to my level best to make you understand this redox reaction. First, redox means reduction and oxidation, both the reaction taking place. As by telling you this redox, you may not understand what we are talking about. So first we will talk about oxidation. What is oxidation? Oxidation means addition of oxygen. You will come across many examples of this. First best example is that when you cut your apple and you don't eat it immediately and keep it for some time, you will see that brownish color deposit takes place on the apple. That brownish color is due to the deposition or reaction with oxygen, and that is known as addition of oxygen, and that means this apple has been oxidized. Okay. Similarly, the another definition for oxidation is removal of hydrogen instead of addition of oxygen, and if sometimes removal of hydrogen takes place, then also it is known as oxidation. Third, removal of electron, and when any electron is removed, then also you call it as oxidation. By knowing these 3 points, children, I will try to explain to you with the help of some examples also. Next is reduction. Reduction means addition of hydrogen. This point you have to keep it in mind, very important. Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. Addition of electron, just the reverse of oxidation, reduction takes place. You can see addition of oxygen or addition of hydrogen, removal of hydrogen or removal of oxygen, removal of electron or addition of electron. So these 3 points, according to the 10th class level, you have to keep it in mind. Now with the help of some example, I am going to explain it to you. Copper when reacts with oxygen, forming copper oxide. Okay, forming copper oxide. That means addition of oxygen is taking place. So it is known as oxidation. And here you can see hydrogen is reacting with chlorine. Okay. Now hydrogen is being added to chlorine. Got it? So hydrogen chloride is formed. Here it is known as reduction. Here no more oxidation taking place. Here addition of hydrogen is taking place. So you call it as reduction. In earlier example, addition of oxygen was there. So you called it as oxidation. Now the second point what we are going to study is with the help of electron. You see this, I have already explained to you, ferrous and ferric. Ferrous means that ion which is having 2 positive charge. This 2 positive charge is due to the removal of 2 electron. Out of this, if 1 more electron is removed, that means 3 electron has been removed. So its valency becomes 3 positive charge. So removal of 1 electron is known as oxidation. Addition, see this chloride ion. Sorry children, this is not the best example. I will cut this example again. In this example is for oxidation. I will tell you H plus ion. H plus ion when takes 1 electron, you will get H, hydrogen. Okay, being positive charge, it takes 1 electron and becomes a complete atom. No more ion is formed. This is known as reduction. By this time, I think you have understood oxidation and reduction. Now both this thing, oxidation and reduction, both takes place in one reaction, in only one single reaction. If you find oxidation and reduction both are taking place, then it is known as redox reaction. We can study this from this. Copper oxide, this is the copper oxide, that is oxidized copper is there, is when treated with hydrogen. What will happen? This oxygen is being attached to this hydrogen and forming water. Children, one thing you have to keep it in mind, you have to tell everything related to reactants and try to relate it to the product. That means copper oxide, after giving 1 electron, change to copper. So we have instead of electron we can say oxygen. Copper oxide after giving out oxygen change to copper. That means reduction has taken place. Removal of oxygen means reduction. On the other hand, hydrogen has taken up oxygen. Oxygen is added to hydrogen and forming water. So hydrogen after taking oxygen forms water. So oxidation has taken place. Addition of oxygen, oxidation, removal of oxygen, reduction. Another thing which you have to keep it in mind, very important, when the redox reaction takes place, one substance which is oxidizing, there should be another substance present which has the tendency to provide that oxygen. And the substance which is providing that oxygen will become that agent. Okay, like suppose here copper oxide. Copper oxide is undergoing reduction, that is removal of oxygen. So it is undergoing reduction, but on the other hand, it is playing as an oxidizing agent. That means it is providing this oxygen to hydrogen. On the other hand, hydrogen, on taking this electron, undergoing oxidation, that means hydrogen is acting as a reducing agent. That is providing a site for this copper oxide to give its oxygen. So you have to keep it in mind, any substance which gets oxidized, it acts as a reducing agent, and substance which gets reduced acts as an oxidizing agent. These points you have to keep it in mind, very important. Okay, similarly, I will try to explain to you with the help of this another example. Ferric oxide, you can see the formula of ferric oxide. When reacts with aluminium, aluminium being more reactive, displaces iron from its position and forms aluminium oxide, and iron is removed. Now here how the redox reaction taking place. Aluminium is taking this oxygen. Aluminium is taking this oxygen, so getting oxidized. Iron is giving out oxygen, so becoming reduced. So aluminium going oxidized, acting as a reducing agent. Iron ferric oxide is reduced, acting as an oxidizing agent. One more thing, important thing that you have to keep it in mind, children, whenever you try to give the answer which substance is oxidized or which substance is reduced, always give the answer with the reactants. Don't give answer with the product. These reactants undergo oxidation and reduction to form products. You can use this arrow to make the thing understand how it is getting reduced. Like ferric oxide after giving oxygen has been reduced to iron. Then aluminium after taking oxygen has been oxidized to aluminium oxide. This will do, but answer should be here. If question is asked, which substance is oxidized? Your answer should be aluminium. Which substance has been reduced? Your answer should be ferric oxide. Similarly, if you see the example of another, here also if you see the example which I have given, which substance has been oxidized? That is hydrogen. Which substance has been reduced? That is copper oxide, not copper and water. Don't give answer to the product side. Hope you have understood this redox reaction, children. Go through this link twice or thrice. If then also you are not getting, then tomorrow I will take your Google Meet class for doubts of all the reactions which I have studied till now.